Hey guys, Aaron here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use these bands, a variety of exercises that you can throw together into a workout on your own, or if you want to follow along, pause as you need, and I hope this gives you some great ideas. They come in a variety of different resistances, ranging from, I believe this one is here at 10, to all the way up to 50 pounds. So the cool thing about bands is that you can use them in a variety of ways, and you can also increase your resistance because bands in themselves work that the tighter they get, the more resistance they have coming back. So that forces you to control that quite a bit more than maybe necessarily weights. First and favorite is just how to warm up. So you're gonna take this, we're gonna set those off to the side, take this up and over your head, around and over, so nice. Wide grip on this band, coming over the head, keeping the band close to our bodies as well. Okay, you'll see that here as I come down. Really nice chance to open up those chest muscles, our shoulders, all those good things. Another one we can do is around here, so real slow and controlled with this. And if this band seems too tight, you can always use a lighter one. It just depends what works best for your shoulders. And so that way with these two warm-up ones that you can keep your arms straight. Okay, so around and then back the other way. There you go. So that's one. Next thing we can do, take it under one foot, still just warming up here, but we're gonna curl, stand nice and tall, keep those shoulders set back, curling from the side. That looks like this. Okay, nice smooth movement, elbows staying in one place. There we go, there we go. I'm going to turn this so that the handle side is in here. The band held in my hand. Again, the farther away from the handle I'm holding, the easier it will be. The closer I step towards the handle I'm holding, the harder it's going to be. Okay, from here, I'm going to take my same foot on the band as the arm that we're going to be working. I'm going to step my opposite foot forward so that this doesn't rub as much on my shoulder. Some weight here, but plenty of weight in the back leg. And I'm going to press overhead, keeping that elbow slightly tucked forward, full extension without shrugging overhead, control back down, trying to keep my forearm as vertical as possible. Press, control down, press, control down, exhaling at the top and not shrugging. Front view, a couple more. There you go. So now we're going to switch over to the other side. Just hand the handle simply to your other hand. Stand on the band with whatever resistance you want. Again, closer to the handle is harder. And then we step forward and we press. Control down, press up, control down, press up. Forearm, you'll again see is pretty vertical. Elbow tucks down. If you have any shoulder issues, this could be one you might need to skip. But as long as you're keeping that nice and set, you might be okay. So, otherwise, turn your palm inward. Can be a little bit more comfortable as well. Hanging onto that handle, pressing, and so on. Next and last one that we're gonna do here with the single arm. We're gonna take your foot back on here, same setup as before, but now I'm going to turn my elbow underneath, bring my hand back here. So this is one where you might need a little bit less resistance, so stepping farther away from this handle or using a lighter band. Plenty of options, okay? We're gonna take this back behind, elbow's gonna go straight up, palm facing upward, and I'm gonna tricep extend, coming down behind my head, keeping this elbow close to my ear, press, come down. I like to put my hand here to remind myself either to keep my core strong, or I can put my hand here to remind myself to keep that elbow close. So it's not flaring out to the side, pressing up, controlling down behind the head. Again, light step forward with that opposite foot. Press, control down, and there you go. Now we hand it off, we flip it over, standing on the band with our same foot, again, as the hand that we're gonna be using. Bring that elbow, tuck it underneath. Might have to practice that a few times, so there you go, elbow up. Nice and solid, and we push that palm towards the ceiling, control down and back, press, control down, we go. A couple more on this side. Really try to keep this elbow from flaring way out to the side. We're getting too crazy. Just keep it close, keep it slightly pointed forward. And again, you want to keep that shoulder from shrugging too much as well, which can be one of the harder things to do. So down, press up, down, and press up, and done. In this next section, I'm going to teach you how to attach this to a doorway. So we're going to do it in the upper top head of the door. With the door attachment, you'll see this little kind of circular knob that you're going to basically close into the other side of the door. But first, we're going to take your band without handles through here, coming about to the center. Then you can go ahead and attach your handles. Once you've done that, you're going to attach this over the doorway, close the door so that it's nice and solid, and you also want to make sure that nobody's going to walk through. So maybe let people know. Otherwise, from there, I have mine attached and I'm going to walk you through the exercises. We're going to start off with a lunge to row, high row, step back up. We're going to alternate legs, lunge back, row, pulling those shoulder blades back and down, leading with the elbows here, pushing the chest out slightly, coming back up with control, lunge, pull, up, lunge, pull. The slower you take this, the actually harder it will be, and the farther you step back, the harder it will be too, especially for the upper body. Pull in with those arms. Okay, so that's your first one. Your next one is to just come into a nice little squat. You can always step back farther with this one, and we're just going to do a row. Okay, so high row again, control, forward, pull. Always want to use control when we use bands. That way they're not snapping, losing control, hurting ourselves. So there, we can also do a wider grip. So palms down hand position, and we can do a palms up hand position. So squatting down, pulling, and pulling, and so on. Okay, again, use a band resistance that works for you. The next one is going to be what we call a face pull. So we're going to take this band, palms down. We're going to step generally a little bit closer than the last one, and we're going to pull up just outside our eyeballs, release, leading with the elbows, coming up high, pulling, controlling forward, pulling, and controlling forward. So elbows up, hands just outside the head, and pull, and so on. Okay? Great one for the upper back, upper shoulders, rear delts back here. Very important for posture. While we have this attached up here, there's another great exercise focused on the core and our obliques and a lot of rotation, which we don't always get to train. So we're gonna, again, have that anchored up nice and high in the doorway. I'm gonna hold both handles. Again, choosing a band that's appropriate for myself. I'm gonna step with that completely to my side, and I'm gonna take my arms, I'm gonna chop across down towards my hips, controlling back upwards. Okay, if you need more resistance or if the band gets loose, you can step out to the side. One way to make it easier is to step it in, but if you want to make it harder, step out, control in. Okay, notice my shoulders are set down. I'm kind of exhaling here as I kind of crush my ribs into my pelvis. So do that with me. Crush, control up. And then to switch sides, we just simply turn around and hit the other side. A lighter band for what we're doing, because I want to take my arms overhead. I'm going to come up on my tiptoes, just like we would the skier. Throw those heels down, squat, throw your arms down. And it's super important that we go slow with this, because that band wants to come back pretty quick. Okay, so up on our tiptoes, heels, squat, hands, slight bend, and extend, up, extend, up, and extend. Okay, so you'll notice I'm not using handles for this. I just hold slightly above the band, little black ribbons. Okay, and I'm actually gonna throw in another one just for free. So with your arms here, tight to your side, you're gonna press down. So tricep press downs, come closer to the contact point if you need to make that easier. Keeping my elbows tight to my side, I'm gonna release, press down, release, press down, and so on. Okay, standing nice and tall, keeping my shoulders set back, press, control. And if this band is too much, they get hard pretty quick. So then I would go ahead, grab my yellow band. And you do the same thing, throw that through the little anchor point, push down, bend, push down, bend, and so on. Great, okay? Great exercise for the back of the arms, as well as stabilizing and bracing through the rest of your body. The last set of exercises, we're going to be using just the band without the handles, okay? And these are two that can be kind of challenging. So what I want you to do is I want you to take this around your back, underneath, and then from here, holding the black parts of the handle, you're going to get this underneath your shoulders, underneath your armpits. You're going to raise your legs up for a little extra core. You can always set those feet down to make this easier. And you're going to press, okay? If you have a harder band, it's going to make it harder. Red band, 50 pounds. Should be good. Press, control down, control down, and so on. Okay? The other way to do this exercise is by taking the bands underneath your hands, still around your back, and you're gonna go on your toes, and this is a way to make your push-up harder. Okay? So appropriate hand position, shoulders come past your hands, push up, come down, push up, come down, push up. Okay, you can also still do this from your knees. Say you want to make it harder from a knee push up, come down, push up, and come down. Yeah. The last exercise of the day, band pull aparts. Yeah. You can always wrap them around your hands to make this more intense, or just move your hands closer as well. But I'm going to come here, open up, control forward, shoulders are setting back and down, control forward, pushing the chest out, feeling not too much stress through the neck, but control forward. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know what you thought.